Have you seen Star Wars?
Since 2018's Solo: A Star Wars Story released, there's been many hints and reports that Lucasfilm would make a spin-off series focused on Lando Calrissian. Now the guys at Kessel Run Transmissions, who have revealed the Bad Batch series before it was officially announced, have added to the numerous reports about a Lando series this past week, saying that Donald Glover will be reprising his role as Lando in an upcoming standalone series on Disney+. What's interesting is that other reports from different outlets have also added to this by saying that Billy D. Williams will also reprise his role as Lando in the series, so this means that we will see both young and older versions of Lando in the series, and will likely show older Lando telling stories about the days of old in order to show us these stories of his youth. Donald Glover will be playing the young Lando like he did in Solo: A Star Wars Story. The series has been in the works since I'd say around 2019 by Lucasfilm in terms of getting Billy D. Williams and Donald Glover to sign on for the show, and I think over the past year they finally decided how they want to tell the story and continue the story of Lando. What's curious about this is that the series will not start production for a long time. The reason I say and know that is because Donald Glover is an extremely busy actor who was filming for his show called Atlanta in 2021, filming 2 seasons back to back, so he's not going to have time for a while to film the series. So that means that the earliest they would start filming for a Lando series would be in 2022, meaning we will likely not see the series until 2023. I'll be honest, I'm not really excited for this news if it does come to fruition, and we've gotten so many hints and reports of this series over the past year and a half, I find it hard to believe that this won't happen. Where there's smoke, there's fire, my friends. But truth be told, we know when this will take place. If there's a story about a young Lando, it will take place between episodes 3 and 4, just like the Bad Batch series, the Kenobi series, the Star Wars Rebels show, Rogue One, and Solo: A Star Wars Story. Do you see the pattern here? We're constantly visiting that 19-year gap between Revenge of the Sith and A New Hope. And to be honest, I've been really tired of it. And I've been tired of it for about 2 to 3 years now. I'm not trying to harp on this series. Donald Glover is a great artist and actor, and I really enjoyed watching him as Lando in Solo: A Star Wars Story. I think he did the role perfectly. I think he was charismatic, and I think he fit Lando as a person and a personality. But do I need or even want to see him get his own series? No! Because this is a safe bet kind of show, with no real story risk because we know how Lando's story goes. Maybe they can spice up the story a bit, by showing what Lando is doing during A New Hope and between episodes 4 and 5, like how he became in charge of Cloud City. And considering that Billy D. Williams is playing the older Lando, we could hopefully see the galaxy after the fall of the First Order and explore that timeline after episode 9, since it truly is uncharted territory right now. But to be honest, Billy D. Williams, he's an old-timer. He's been in the game for quite some time, and even when he came back for episode 9, he couldn't do a lot because he's older. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. He's just getting up there in age, so it's not like we're going to see him go on other adventures. That's why they're bringing in young Donald Glover to actually play a young Lando to see him go on adventures. If Lucasfilm did that, and they showed Lando and maybe his daughter Janna from Rise of the Skywalker talk about their odd situation of him having a long-lost daughter, I would probably be more invested in this story. I also want to note that we talked about Alden Ehrenreich hinting at him returning to play a young Han Solo in the near future, and I even said that I could see him returning in this Lando series because it seems likely that they would have an episode showing the two become closer friends than what we saw in the Solo spin-off film. I said I could see Alden returning as Han in 2023, because that would be 5 years after Solo: A Star Wars Story released, and enough time will have passed to have some pent-up demand from the Star Wars fandom and want more stories about a young Han and Lando. So here it is, my friends. I predict the Lando series will debut on Disney Plus in 2023 because it will be exactly 5 years after 2018's Solo. This was unfortunately a really predictable move by Lucasfilm, and I'm not even sure when we will get an announcement about the series because it's likely far off from beginning even pre-production. I don't really care to explore Lando's story. If it was a younger Billy D. Williams, I'd be on board. And if we weren't already getting a series on Kenobi and the Bad Batch, or had a spin-off film showing young Lando and Han, I'd probably be more excited about this. But it's the same timeline between episodes 3 and 4, that 19-year gap, and maybe they'll surprise me by the going between episodes 4 and 5, but do I really see that happening? If Lucasfilm wants more fans to be on board for this, I'd argue they have to do something unique with it. Show older Lando building a relationship with his long-lost daughter. Show me something interesting about the galaxy or Lando's story after Rise of Skywalker, since that's now an unexplored time period. Or show me Lando during and after A New Hope, because I'm so damn tired of this 19-year gap between episodes 3 and 4 that we constantly explore. I pray they hire a good director and good writer for the series, because I already see this news going largely unnoticed by the fandom. How many people truly want this series to happen? Maybe we can actually see Lando's story end at the end of the series, and give it some closure with Lando passing away at old age, and being the only character from the original trilogy cast that gets a happy ending. I really want Billy D. Williams to get a proper send-off to his character, and this is probably our last chance to do this. I hope this series is only one season long, with maybe 8 to 10 episodes, but beyond that, I sadly have to say this is my least anticipated Star Wars project right now. I'm more interested in the Leslie Headland series that's rumored to be female-centric than I am this. But comment below if you're excited for this news, because I truly want to hear the fandom's reaction to this possible Lando series. And I say possible, but we all know this is probably going to happen. This has been hinted at so many times from so many different credible outlets that it's just going to happen. When there's smoke, there's fire, and I can see a Lando series happening in the near future. At least by 2023, I expect we get this show. But tell me your thoughts below, and thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and subscribe, because it does help out the channel. I'm Star Wars Only, I will see you all next time, and may the Force be with you, always.